I did my paper on the first floor of the education building, or that's where the idea started. I decided to look at two places in particular. The first being the seating area, also known as the couches, located on the first floor as you come down the stairs, or just as you're about to enter the tunnels or exit them in the education building. This is a place I often found myself between classes, and it's a place I really like. Somehow I have a weird connection to it, and it really got me thinking as to why. Why do I and other students like it in this dingy little place? I focused on reasons people came here, things they did in groups or by themselves, and any stories or comments they had about the place. The second place I focused on was classroom support, also known as the cave, which is where I work. Classroom support handles booking, delivering, picking up of anything like a data projector, a TV, a flip chart, CD players, anything related to electronics that can be booked out. In fact, we delivered the data projector this is playing on right now. I tried to focus mostly on the services we provide and give a bit of an insider's look on what it's actually like to work there. So this is it. So to start off, we're going to look at the couches on the first floor in the education building. And I guess, let's call the couches because there are a lot of couches there. It's pretty much just a wide open area with couches around the sides of the walls. The couches are really low to the ground and have a vinyl covering. They're all red and blue. There's mostly red, red, two blue. The red couches kind of change position every once in a while. Two of them in particular, the ones closer to the tunnels, kind of swap down and go to the wall sometimes. I'm not really sure if there's any rhyme or reason, but it's a fairly dingy place. The lights give it an electric glow almost, and there's not really much to it that would be described as modern. It has posters covering bulletin boards, mostly for math tutors and books for sale. Some of the seats have holes in them. They're barely covered up by blue duct tape. The paint is chipping off the walls. The floor has a pebble design and is sometimes sticky. And the ceiling has water stains from where there's leaks in the winter. Now, with this said, these are the reasons people have given me for both loving and hating it. People have said they love it because it's dingy. People have said they hated it because of it's dingy. My informant Katie said,
my friends all hated the education building because it was old looking and dingy, but that's pretty much why I like it. The walls are kind of dirty, and the floor is slippery or sticky, and in the winter they get really bad leaks in the ceilings. They have buckets everywhere.
Really? It kind of sounds like a bunch of bad points to me, but...
No, there's a perverse charm to it.
Okay.
As for what people do there, it's everything from eat to study to sleep. It was pointed out to me that it's a great place to study, and I was curious as to why someone would come here instead of go to somewhere like the library. It was pointed out to me, actually, by someone I had asked, why you like to go there, who said, I hate studying at MUN because nowhere fulfills two categories. I want somewhere that's both quiet and somewhere I'm allowed to eat and drink. So this place is the closest thing that I can get all of it. I also noticed and was told by a few people that usually when they're there with friends, they're usually talking, although when they're there alone, they'll usually concentrate on reading, studying, listening to music, more antisocial kind of things. Moving on to classroom support. As I said before, this is the place you come when you want to book out a piece of equipment. We take these bookings on little slips of cardboard that are either white for data projectors and flip charts, pink for TV, VCR, DVD players, or yellow for tape recorders and CD players. It's not a very complicated system. We get the date and the time and then drop it in its appropriate slot for delivery. Sometimes, though, a card is misplaced and we don't get to drop things off in time, and professors get a little angry. There's some horror stories about some certain professors, and they're always circling around. We used to have a wall of quotes, but we had to take it down because some of them were getting a little racy. It's a pretty relaxed atmosphere. We basically just go on the computer, watch TV, and do some work. It's commonly referred to as the CAVE, which officially stands for Classroom Audio Visual Equipment, although most of the time we just joke that it's actually because it looks like we are working in a cave. We have a Facebook group and a YouTube account, which houses a video that I made last year, playing off how friendly and completely laid back it is there.
Making your way in the world today, takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
She's like a Countess Justin. Shower titties. I just see you.
What are you talking about, Adam?